The 86 is kind of fun.
You scratched my paint, man.
Starting lap 1, I've never really been that good at race starts, but going into turn 1 I actually felt really safe here. There was no real fight or stupid lunges that would take anyone out of the race.
Hold your lines.
Going into T3, there was actually an incident ahead of us that would end up sending us up 4 positions, making that pass going under the bridge, officially moving me up into P8.
This is why we don't go pushing through everywhere at the start, like on the first line, Peter, first lap, Peter.
The first on the first lap, guys.
Hey, watch out for Peter. Car 7, he'll have you.
Making it through turn 5 on my way up to the Corvette bridge. This section has actually been really tough for me. I found myself making a lot of mistakes going through here. Those issues have been primarily with braking and turn-in.
Sorry.
Going down the hill, getting ready to enter the carousel, I actually get bumped going into this corner and it nudges me slightly offline. I turned in a little early, however, no harm, no foul, and didn't lose any positions from that. Coming out of the carousel and into the kink, this area has actually been pretty tricky for me, as I usually found myself pretty hesitant in the kink. I didn't trust the car fully. That made me lose a lot of time to the cars both in front and behind. And then coming up to Canada Corner, breaking at that 200-meter board, I found myself with the runoff not using as much as I should be. I do think that was losing me quite a bit of time to the cars in front and behind as well. Now, coming into lap 2, I was actually really struggling to keep up with the guys in front. I think this was primarily due to me not having a good reference point on where to brake, where to turn in. Behind me, though, there was Peter. Peter was actually keeping up really well. I do think he was faster than me, but he was a little bit hesitant to pass. So coming down into turn 3 is kind of where I expected him to make a move. He still waited there. I think he was actually waiting for the straight, get a slipstream, and pass me down into turn 5. And here is actually where I make a pretty big mistake. I couldn't quite hear the revs. I think it was mostly due to just me being dumb. But I sat in 4th for way too long, and that actually gave the position to Peter. He overcooked his brakes a little bit and went just a tiny bit deep. He was still able to make that move stick going up into the Corvette bridge. Coming up on this incident was actually really nice. Since I lost that position to Peter, I was able to make up one total position, putting me up into P7. The rest of lap 2 and then pretty much all of lap 3, there were no major incidents. So moving into lap 4, going down into turn 1, these 2 cars in front of me, Carlos on the inside of me, I think he was trying to beat me. He actually missed his brake point and ended up taking out the guy in front of me, Graham, granting me another couple positions there. Moving on to lap 6, the final lap of the race actually. I was hunted down by the 2 cars behind me for pretty much all of lap 5, and then this back portion of lap 6. Going under the bridge down into turn 5, I made a mistake that I actually haven't made very often at this track. I ended up braking about 50 meters later than I should have, and that ended up made me miss my turn-in point, and then that sent me wide into the dirt, carrying just a little too much speed. Because of this, I ended up losing time going up under the Corvette bridge as well. Tires were a little dirty. I ended up going off a little bit as well and lifted. This ended up giving the opportunity to Jonathan and Kevin behind me to make up quite a bit of that distance going down into the carousel, and then I had a really weak run through the carousel. They ended up pretty much like right on my rear bumper. Two cars behind had a great run going into the straight leading up to Canada Corner. Jonathan decided to actually go onto the outside. Evan right here made a great choice. He saw the opportunity. He went on the inside and forced us 3 wide into Canada Corner. Now he was able to get the car slowed down and rotated just enough to make that position stick, and forced me into a very defensive position against Jonathan here, leading up to the last few corners of the race. Absolutely fighting for my life for this P5. But come the end of the race, I was able to make that stick and ended this race P5. This ended up being a much better race than I had anticipated, and it was a good learning opportunity for me on this car.
Almost caught you.